Christians say Jesus Christ is God. Muslims say Allah is God. Many Hindus say Shiva is God. Many Vedas says Paramatma is God. Gita says Krishna is God. Ramayana says Ram is God. Buddhists say Buddha is God. So, who is God? There's a wide variety of plethora of gods available. So, who is the real God? Well, folks, let me inform you. None of these are gods. None of these are God. Hello, my name is Dr. Mukesh Chauhan. Today I'm going to talk about original God. I use this word original God because everybody's talking about God, and yet this elusive entity is missing in the world. I have a medical background. I had a practice in Ealing Common, Acton in London, and modern medicine can do a wide variety of miracles. But there's one thing which always fascinated me is why is it that modern science have no answer about the real life inside a human being? When there's a dead body, which we dissected while at the University of London, what happens is there's something missing in there. So what is that entity which was missing? This actually propelled me further in a journey in search of God. I was forever asking these little questions which fascinated me about life. I was doing a wide variety of yoga from a very early age, reading some of my very favorite philosophers' works, but I couldn't find any answer. So one day I went in search of God in 1993, and after 14 years of hard struggle, difficulties, obstacles, I was completely destroyed when I was meditating non-stop. That's after 14 years I found one original God. Or rather, I should say, original God came down on earth for the first time in the history of mankind. And this started the communication between original God and myself. Original God lives in a land of eternal light. This is what Christians will call it. Well, there are three important discoveries which I made in my 18-year journey. The first discovery I made is God's domain. Where is that God's domain? How do you see that? I'm explaining all that with a degree of scientific precision. The second discovery which I made is quantum light, which is present inside the human brain. The third discovery which I have discovered is how does God communicate? God does not have a physical body. It doesn't have mouth, ears. So how does God communicate with human beings? This I have actually explained and much more in my book. I'm referring all my fellow readers to my website www.originalgod.com or www.god-originalgod.com. The most important thing to mention is that in life everybody needs love. Without love, life is nothing. Love is an integral part of human life. But let me tell you something important. If you want to meet God, then love and truth, they are two most important parameters to meet one original God. Along with that, a sincere prayer always helps. God is above all the religions of the world. God is not found in any temples. God is not found in any scriptures. God is not in Christianity. God is not in Hinduism. God is not in Muslims or Chinese. This one God is for all. In addition, in my endeavors to discover more, in 2009, God made me sit down and reveal much more divine knowledge for the first time in the history of mankind, where He has explained to me about what happens in the quantum universe, where none of the NASA's best voyagers can reach there. Or God explained to me about His hierarchy, how He works, how He has divided the world into two halves, how the entire cycle is controlled, how the world's spiritual Father controls life, how Divine Mother controls the energies on human being and the earth as well. God has also shed light on Trinity. There is an Eastern Trinity as well as a Western Trinity, where God has also explained the mystery about Jesus Christ's crucifixion, that Jesus Christ was never crucified. Also, in addition, God does not live in our physical universe. All the planets and energy, everything are under God's control. What is the symbol of God? How does the world cycle control? All this and much more I have explained in my books, which you will find on my website, which I mentioned earlier. Richard Dawkins, the famous Oxford scientist, talks about the God delusion. Well, there is Stephen Hawking, the famous Cambridge mathematician, talks about God is not necessary to cause destruction on earth. Well, I beg to differ on that. I have intimate knowledge, and I refer wonderful scientists to my books where I can say everything is controlled with a degree of fine precision. The God controls every human being's actions and can exert action anytime on earth through a variety of mechanisms. There are 3 different eyes people don't know about. The 2 physical eyes we know about. The 3rd eye people don't know about. And these are 3 different types of 3rd eyes. God exerts His control inside the human brain via this 3rd eye. There's much more divine knowledge revealed in my journey, which lasted 18 years now, which is for all to share with this original and new knowledge. Thank you.